Hey guys, Luke here, and welcome back to episode 9 of my West Tigers Rugby League Live 3 career mode, coach mode, whatever. Now, this is going to be a very, very long episode, and the reason being that it's going to have some transfers as well as some competitive games. Obviously, in terms of our games lately, we've been pretty dominant, but it might just be a false sense considering Origin's been around and played a few shit teams and that sort of stuff. So, hard to get a grasp of how good we actually are, but one cool thing about this episode is that we're going to be going over transfers or recruitment. So the recruitment part's actually open. Now, I've discussed how my second row stocks, as you can see there, very, very poor in the 70s. Haven't even got an 80 rated player in the second row. And we've been playing Sue in the second row, who's listed as a prop in here, but obviously he can play second row. And the first player we're going to sign is Alex Glenn, which is a huge signing, 85 rated. Next one is Michael Cheekham, who I believe in real life has actually signed for him. That's the reason we ended up picking him up. Next up is Chris Griezmann, obviously off contract in real life, I think at the Rabbitohs, probably re-signed already, but I thought he'd be a great pickup, so we picked up him. Then the lock position, we're quite short on the lock position as well. Santi's been playing there, he's been playing alright, but Mike Cooper from the Dragons, great pickup. And the Pat Richards, we'll get to him later, but looking at Kitty Glyman, at this stage, probably a backup, seeing we got Nguama who plays on the wing there, but he very good player. We've played against him and he's played quite well. Now looking at a few youngsters, look at a pickups and the best of the under-20s. We've got two locks from the Broncos, both on some pretty small contracts, Arrow and G. I'm not sure how they are in real life, but in this game, they look to be quite good, 79, 78 I think it was. In terms of a missed player, Joe Westerman was someone we looked at, missed out on him, but we did go and pick up another marquee second rower, and that is Sam Thaiday. So we are very, very stocked in the second row ranks for next year. As you can see, all those 70 rated players, you know, they're great. They're great depth in terms of first team regulars. Probably not quite strong enough. Tim Simona, we're getting into the re-signing. So Tim Simona was off contract. He's someone who I want to keep. He's been at the club. It's where he debuted in that. So we'd love to keep him around. Next up would be Lolo. I don't really know much about him in real life, but in this game he's quite strong. And like I said, 78 rated second row is their great depth. So whether he's in starting lineup, I'm not sure. But great signing, I think. Matthew Lodge, another good signing. I think he's been quite good for us off the bench. And I think he's got a good future as long as he can keep himself from being a bit of a dickhead off field, which doesn't seem to be the case in real life. But on here, don't have to worry about that. See, Monofania, I think so you pronounce it. We re-signed him. Hasn't played for us this season, but he could in the future. And, you know, you never have too much depth in the forwards. And Funaki, who's played a few games for us, scored a few tries. We want to re-sign him too, and we got him. John Siller, it was between him and Curtis Rowe, and Curtis Rowe just wanted a bit too much money for my liking. And John Siller seems to be an alright player. He's progressed a little bit, so happy with that. Next up, we've got Kyle Lovett. Obviously, we signed Mark Cooper, so Kyle Lovett's probably not a chance at the lock position or the prop, but more depth. And Jack Buchanan, I wasn't going to re-sign him. Then I decided value for money, and he's already currently at the club. So at 81 rated, he's progressed a little bit, so I'm happy with that. And then hooker position, we obviously got Robbie Farah, but we haven't got a backup. Charrington's good, but Lawani's better. In terms of ratings, I think we want to play Charrington now, but Lawani is someone who we'd like to have at the club. Now, all these players here, we've just released them to say that they can go and sign other clubs. I think there was Tim Moulton, a few players who are on big contracts, Keith Lalia, some of those sort of guys, and Pat Richards. He's on 270,000. He wants 280,000 to play next season. He's been quite good for us, and it's nothing for his ability. It's just the fact that I don't want him paying that much for a winger, and you know that's sort of the money you want to pay for a halves. You know, a star second row centre, that sort of stuff. Not a winger. So it's purely off that, and I will never pay a winger up and about 300,000. So sorry about that. Now, moving into our first game of the episode, taking on the Titans. It's pissing down rain here at Leichhardt, I'm guessing. Maybe it's Campbelltown, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game against the Titans. Obviously, Titans aren't the strongest side, but they are a very quick side. So any sort of line breaks, you expect them to turn into real attacking chances. But being in the wet, it might help us a little bit that they won't be able to throw the ball around too much. But that can destroy us a little bit because we tend to throw the ball around when we don't need to. Now, Curtis Suriname puts that on the toe there, and Titans will take that dead, so it gives us another great opportunity here. Now, Keith Galloway just takes up another little run there, and that's the second penalty we've received in only 7.5 minutes, so quite good for us. Now, attacking the edges here, Tedesco gets it to Dean Hallertau, and that's very poor pass from Dean Hallertau, but right idea, I think, but just poor execution. Now, moving to the fifth tackle, 10 minutes in, and Ryan James picks it up. Tedesco, no worries, hang on a minute. Tedesco just gets palmed palm to hell just there, and Ryan James is going to race away, and he's going to go and score right next to the post. A little bit strange in this game, they won't take it around, but well, they do sometimes, but mostly no. Now, Greg Bird, goal kicking here. I'm not sure what's to go. I didn't notice if Caesar played, but I know for sure this Christian Hazard dude's playing, so either LG or Caesar aren't in the side at the moment, so obviously they need a new goal kicker. But we are going to strike right back here. I think number 1 Dowling, whoever that is actually I think he might be that Scottish fullback, whoever he was, but yeah, he couldn't catch Pat Richards. We struck right back, and I was very happy to get right back into the game, because I do find that I play my best when I'm playing from in front. I find it easier to grind out the wins rather than, chase points and try and get a comeback. Not saying that we can't do it, because we have done it in the past, but ideally we'd love to sort of just have the lead and lead from from start to finish. That isn't going to be the case though. As you see here, Anthony Don just intercepts this ball that easily, goes for the spectacular put down when not needed, and at this stage 10-6, can they keep the goal, Greg Bird? No, he can't. So at 10-6, something a little bit worried. The Titans, I mean, they're a side that I don't feel like I can't score against or anything, but at the same time, obviously we don't want to give him too much of a lead here. Dean Hallertown went for the spectacular put down in the corner. It's one of the first times where it might be actually needed. We took it a little bit too wide. I didn't expect to actually get through the ball there. I was waiting for the intercept and it didn't come, and we got super unlucky not to end up scoring there. But we are going to go quite close here. Keith Galloway picks up a pass here. There was a few times where we touched the ball there. I think it was through Chris Lawrence, but nothing major happened. But we are going to concede a try here. The halfback Hazard, the one who I was talking about, just picks it up. There was a chance for us too, and this is going to be a cruel blow considering the time. I don't know if he caught it, but it was actually in the 38th minute. You can see in the top left corner now as Greg Bird's kicking the goal, and he will this time. Pretty simple kick for goal kicker standards. Which Greg Bird actually has kicked a few goals, so it's not out of the realm possibility him kicking goals, but it's just strange over some of the players Titans have. Now, I think that's Caesar there, or Mortimer. I don't know who it is, but someone is playing 5'8", and I'm pretty sure they can kick goals. But yeah, 16-6, pretty disappointing, because I didn't feel we played terrible. I didn't feel we deserved to be that far behind, if that makes sense. But yeah, now we've got to start playing catch-up football, and it's not something I like to do, but it's something that we're doing pretty well at this stage. Pat Richards goes in for his second try of the game, and Paddy Richards scoring a lot of tries. Unfortunately, we can't offer him a new contract that he wants, but yeah, he deserves a great farewell. He's been a great servant for the club, and he's playing very, very well this season, and his goal kicking has been on point. That's going to be one thing that we're probably going to struggle with next season without Pat Richards, and that is goal kicking. Got to find someone new. Now he comes up with a really nice little step there. Fortunately, forced a pass there. Maybe if Lawrence had been a little bit more aware, we would have had a try there, but it wasn't meant to be. You see Titans here, it's rained even more. The rain hasn't given up a little bit, but all these balls hitting the ground constantly. Every time the ball hits the ground for us, that's going to be a drop ball, but for them, they just catch it every single time. Now, Tedesco had a chance to maybe go for a gap there, but ended up getting caught in goal. Thankfully for us, in the 52nd minute, they ended up screwing it up, and we got away with that one. Now, here we are going cross-field, probably going a little bit too much cross-field, and once again, another drop ball. I do have to say though, it's not like we're going across the field all the time. Just Titans are keeping everything with their ones, and we're dropping every single one that goes like that. As you can see here, another one. That was a terrible place to do that sort of pass, but I suppose the idea was not to get tackled originally, so we wouldn't have that type of pass. So at 12-6, we're a chance here, and they go nearly over with, I think it was Matt White, so whoever it was, he went super close, but it was a great little tackle there. I think it was Tedesco or someone, and Funaki ends up holding this guy a little bit, Greg Bird I think it was, and they're going to try and get through here, but Keith Galloway picks off a little intercept there, and he's going to race away to the 35-meter mark, so gets us out of trouble there, and within a chance in the game. Had they scored there, I think he could have ruled us out of winning that game, but they didn't. And Tim Simona had a chance here, gets it to Nguama, but it was just a poor pass, and Nguama overran us, so probably shouldn't have put through the pass anyways, but I'm at the point where I'm kind of feeling like I have to go for it. So yeah, it would be nice to get a sin bin. One more penalty for holding down, and we've got a sin bin there. That would be perfect for us, but yeah, we might not need it. As we see, Aaron Woods gets it to Sue, gets it to Tim Simona, gets it to Kevin Nguama. Just got to get around Gordon, and he can't get around him. Now Woods, little flick pass there. Sue gets it to Simona. Go Simona. Oh, and it's a pass straight to Kevin Gordon. Kevin Gordon having one of the games of his life here. we're making those little half breaks and we just can't turn them into anything. But we are going to get very, very fortunate here. Dave Taylor is sent to the sin bin. Just what we wanted, just what we needed, right in the nick of time. And that is the sin bin. Now, straight from the sin bin, we kicked it out, and then we gained a lot of meters, and this is the play directly after from the TAT restart. Sue just has to draw and pass. Tim Simona. Kevin Gordon didn't come in. He probably should have, but it wouldn't have mattered. We would have scored. We would have picked the right pass, I would like to think. So, 16-all, Paddy Richards, an important kick from not quite in front, but it doesn't matter. He's going to slot it straight over, and 18-16 it is. That missed goal by the Titans come in handy for us. Now we have another chance here. Kevin Aguama is tackled. Kevin Gordon with a good read there, slides off when he needed to. A 77 minute here, Greg Bird comes up with a little step there, and Tedesco comes up with a very important tackle. Now they had one more opportunity, but nothing really came of it, and we're going to win that game 18-16. Hazard actually picked man of the match up with his try, and he directed around the Titans pretty well, but you can see our completions absolutely atrocious. I think it was 13 from 22, something like that. Absolutely terrible. So yeah, I'm not really happy about that, but a win's a win and we'll take that, and we find ourselves in 5th spot. Definitely not where we thought we would be at this stage. But yeah. Now, one thing I forgot to was go and have a look through our under-20 side. We've got to pick up a few players. This Tamari Martin, I think he signed with the Panthers for next year in real life, but apparently it's supposed to be the next big thing. So there's a few players we'll be taking a look at, and just because I haven't shown them here, doesn't mean we're not going to be signing any more in the near future. I mean, right up to the end of the season, we're able to. Just a matter of who's going to be available by then. Now, taking on the Rabbitohs this game. Now, this should be an interesting one. A lot of players are missing through State of Origin, Inglis and that. So they got a rookie in at fullback. And for us, we're missing... I think Adam Reynolds is actually picked for New South Wales as well, which is interesting. But we're going to be missing Aaron Woods, James Tedesco and Robbie Farah once again. And I've said it many times. I think we are a different side without Robbie Farah. And yeah, we just got to have to deal with this. Charrington is a good player, but it's a matter of his fitness, probably not quite up to scratch there. So, at some point in the game, you might have to throw in Hallertau and have to hope he's fit enough at the time. Maybe it would have been better off to throw Hallertau on the bench, but it's not what we're going to do. Now, last time we played with Nguama at fullback, he absolutely killed it. He destroyed, I can't remember who it was, Knights, I think. We just killed it. Whoever it was, maybe Cowboys actually, he killed it. And we're hoping for a repeat performance here. Nguama gets the ball, and Glenn Stewart or Ben Lawes, whoever it was, they're going to hold him up there. And we went close a few times in that same play. We nearly scored there. Fortunately, Nguama, I just talked him up, and he's just going to get completely owned by Daryl Millard. Not someone you would expect to destroy, but Daryl Millard is the one who goes and scores, and whatever, that's just how it is. Number 9, Isaac Luke kicking the goal, seeing they have no Adam Reynolds. So Isaac Luke slots at 6-0 it is after 12 minutes. And there's another highlight here, up the wing again. Kevin Aguama this time comes up with the key tackle there, and that's what we want to see from Kevin Aguama. I'll let him off the first time. A second time could be terrible, but Kevin Aguama showing his pace on the outside here, hit the hole and scores his try, the first try of the game. That was a really, really nice fullbacks try there. I think Tedesco probably would have scored that try as well, but great stuff there. Monaguami blistering pace as well. Pat Richards missed the goal. Doesn't miss too often, but missed that one pretty badly too, and that was due to me getting it in the red zone there. So it looks like they're going to be scoring a try here. Kevin the Guam are going to have enough pace to run him down. I'm not sure exactly who it was. And then straight after that, Mike DePow jumps on the ball there from a dummy half. It's a very sloppy pass by Isaac Luke, I'm guessing. Now Aaron Gray was down the sideline here, and the Guam holds on a little bit too long here. And South's got a chance here. Bryson Goodwin on the ball up against Santi and DePow. And Bryson Goodwin somehow overpowers Martin DePow and reaches out to score. So it was a little bit comical, that try, in terms of DePow getting overpowered. But anyways, Santi maybe, I don't know. But Goodwin has always been a beast in all these Rugby League live games. I'm not sure how good he actually is on this game, but if it's anything like the last ones, he's just a tank. Now this has been some pretty nice play. That was supposed to hit Nguama, that play, but we are going to find ourselves in a pretty good position here. Now that ball was never supposed to hit Charrington, supposed to hit Pat Richards, but it is going to find Paddy Richards out in the wing eventually, and it just finishes exactly how it was supposed to. It took a different route to get there, but it was always supposed to end with Pat Richards getting that ball. It just, it locked on Charrington for some reason, and we're right back into the game. 12-10, Pat Richards converts his own try from virtually in front. So I'm pretty happy about that one. Charrington, nice little run, nice little dud dummy half, getting us where we needed to go. And then Matthew Lodge, just if we had, someone else there, if that's where Nguama should have been in that spot. I think for us, though, we are going to be rewarded from that 5th tackle penalty. That's just what we needed. Curtis Sirenin, just for half-time, takes it to the line. He was tackled initially, I think, by Sutton or someone, but then it ended up going over and reaching out and scoring. So, excellent work there by Curtis Sirenin. And it's credit to our side that we're going to be up at the half, you would think. Well, the fact that we got ourselves in front, yeah, and is at half-time here. I'm very, very happy about that. 16-12. Obviously, the game's not over, but we're just playing a lot better. As you can see, the completions is what I'm particularly happy about. 8 from 8, and time of possession, 64%. That's what kill sides. There's a Queensland Cup side that just plays purely on time of possession, and if we were in that case, I think, or if we were at that side, I think they'd be very happy with how we've been playing. Charrington once again taking it to the line. He's been having a few little darts out of dummy half, which as a result of that has been making him a little bit tired, but I think he's been performing very well here. And we come up with a huge kick. Luke Brooks realising that it was not a good opportunity for 40-20, couldn't quite get it, but they are going to force a little bit of an error here. Luke Brooks is going to make the tackle eventually on Jason Clark or one of the Burgess, whoever it was, but I think Aaron Gray was the one who threw the pass, and he just panicked a little bit here. And David Nofaluma reaches out and he scores. What a player Nofaluma has been when he's come in. He is the third in line for the wing, but when he's been called upon, he's been doing his job very well, and that's why I'm getting rid of Pat Richards. I'm bringing in that Kitty Glyman guy, but as I said, Nofaluma will be the first choice, I will think, unless something changes. But yeah, good depth is that Kitty Glyman, but Nofaluma will be the first choice next year. He's too good to be sitting in reserve grade, and I apologise that it had to happen. But yeah, Richards and Glyman very good in this game. And we got off the first time. The bomb went up, and we got away with that one. The ball's going to come down. They're going to launch up another bomb here, and it's going to be Gray up against Nofaluma. Nofaluma just takes that ever so easily. We end up winning the game, so I'm very, very happy with that. 22-12. Curtis Sirenin, a man of the match. I think his try just before halftime was the killer for the Rabbitohs. So yeah, I think he definitely deserves a man of the match. As you can see, completions dropped off a little bit in the second half, but for the most part, pretty darn good. So there's all the other results for round 14. As you can see, quite a number of sides have the bye, and we'll be having a bye pretty soon. But this is where the video is going to end. Hopefully I've enjoyed it. If you can, leave a like. It'd be very much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. I'll read them all, and I'll get back to you on all comments. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. Luke on YT. And Facebook page is also in the description below. And I'll go ahead and I'll be seeing you for the next video, hopefully. Bye, guys.